Hello? My name is Jim Part. I specialise in the genre of improvisational comedy. Thank you very much. I reject the traditional safety net of the comedy script and instead generate my material purely through audience interaction. Don't laugh, it really puts me off. I've got a little survey I like to do just to get a bit of material, if you bear with me. Has anybody here suffered from a blocked toilet in the last 3 weeks? No. Oh dear. My grandfather famously suffered from a recurring blocked toilet, and I remember as a child, he used to come rushing into the living room loudly exclaiming, "It's a 3-inch pipe, but someone's got a 4-inch arsehole." It's one of my most treasured childhood memories. Thank you. Got another question. Does anybody keep a copy of a newspaper dated September the 12th, 2001, which they occasionally take out to read on buses to cause alarm amongst fellow passengers? No? Extraordinary. You might notice I've got a clipboard here. It's a little tip, you can get along Oxford Street really quickly carrying one of these. Thank you. You find a big space just opens up in front of you, a little clipboard tip. Does anybody here routinely tie happy 50th birthday balloons to railings outside people's flats who are clearly only in their early 40s? No, that's weird. Has anybody recently visited the grave of Luciano Pavarotti and burst into a spontaneous rendition of "You're Not Singing Anymore" by way of a tribute? Does anyone agree? If Reggie Kray hadn't embarked on a career as a murderous gangster, he could have presented an art show on children's BBC entitled Crayon Crayon. No disrespect intended there. Yes, look, has anyone ever hidden a body in a bin bag and put it out on the wrong day for collection? Right, okay. Put the clipboard down. Oh, no, I can't. Put the clipboard down. Oh, no, I can't. Put the clipboard down. Aye, okay. Thank you very much. That's a little improvised play I wrote last week. It's called Put the Clipboard Down. It is shite, but you can never be sure what you're going to come up with in an improvised situation. I was bullied at school. I know, incredible. But, yeah. Last year, I noticed one of my former bullies moved into a house in my street, and I thought, right, now's the time to get some get back. And I'd actually been studying voodoo at my local community education centre. So I thought I would use that. So I made a little doll in his likeness, and I shoved loads of needles in it. And now he's given up smoking! Take that, you bastard! Because he really loved to smoke. He loved to smoke. He's really pissed off. Observational comedy. Thank you. You know when you're out gardening and you've got your Wellington boots on and you finish your gardening and you come back in and you're taking your Wellington boots off, but it's a bit tricky sometimes. And sometimes a sock gets left behind in the Wellington boot and it's just a bare foot comes out. I mean, it's a bit embarrassing when it happens in front of a lady. I think. Because you know what that's like. It's like when you take your jumper off and your t-shirt comes off at the same time. Observational comedy. Pow! Anyway, on a lighter note, there was a murder at the end of my street a couple of weeks ago, and I was walking past the scene the other day, and it was quite moving. There was lots of flowers and cards, and somebody had actually sellotaped to the railings a little bit of paper that just said "Why" on it. And nothing else. And I thought, there's a bit of a business opportunity here. You could actually mass-produce greeting cards that just say "Why" on them, and nothing else. Because as well as for murders, you might have a friend who's announced their engagement to somebody you regard as an inappropriate partner. Or you might be at a comedy show and there might be a comedian on stage doing a very ill-advised improvisational play as part of a short set. And you can just discreetly hand him the card as he goes off stage. Has anybody had an email before? Have you had an email before, man with a pink shirt? Have you had an email before? I got an email 2 weeks ago, actually. I was quite excited. The title of this email was, "Anal bleaching is the new Brazilian waxing." And I was quite intrigued by this, so I got the treatment done last week. Thank you. I'm very happy with it. I think it's really improved my self-confidence, and I'd recommend it to anybody. Because to be absolutely honest with you, there are a few things that cheer me up more than getting a new ringtone. Thank you very much. Good night.
Jim Park.